All right, you ready? You ready to start this? You give me an answer, or?
Does it matter what I say? You're gonna start anyways.
Yeah, it's true. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Captain Cook podcast. On your left, we have the wonderful, the beautiful, the sexy, the extravagant Jerome King. And on your right, we have Nick. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Captain Cook.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I was making that while you went on your walk earlier. We got a soundboard now.
Yeah. Woo.
So if anybody has any special sounds that they want to send in, you can tweet at us at Captain Cook Pod, I believe. And you can play hopefully some Breaking Bad sounds. Don't just send us like a fart noise or something. That'd be kind of weird. But we're on episodes 3 and 4 of Breaking Bad. How do you feel about Breaking Bad? Are you sick of it yet?
No.
Me either. I loved it. I actually took notes this time.
I don't like the quality of season 1's like picture.
It doesn't get much, like, it's weird, because, like watching it, you wouldn't notice it because it gradually gets better. But then just starting at 1, you're like, wow, this does kind of look like dog shit a little bit.
A little bit.
And then you watch the other ones, and it just looks normal. It's because I think they filmed all of Breaking Bad on film. And then for Saul, they're like, yeah, let's go to digital. Let's make this look nice.
Well, it's just, I don't know. It seems like maybe the budget's not quite there.
Yeah, and obviously
1.
first season, yeah.
Yeah.
But any teasing you want to do? Or you just want to get right into the episode? Anything you want to? I guess we should do some. So we're changing the schedule. We said now the video's gonna go up Monday, Thursday. No, Monday. What was it? Monday, Wednesday, Saturday.
Yeah.
I got confused myself. Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. They give us an extra day in there,
It's weird
so we could do other videos.
Weird that you got confused when you're the one that did it.
Yeah. Well, it's because I get confused with the days we're actually gonna film the podcast in there with it.
I mean, it's all hopefully.
Yeah, we might miss a day and upload it the next day.
Yeah.
And also, the next episode is going to have 3 in there. We'll do the last 3 of the season.
I got news for you. There's going to be a couple like that.
Well, yeah, I know that. I'm just saying the next one. We're not going to be every one. Just every couple times we'll add 3 in there. But yeah, so we changed the schedule a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't happen again next week. Breaking Bad, Season 1, Episode 3, and the Bags in the River. It opens up literally right where it ended, and they're cleaning up Emilio.
That was so disgusting.
It really is. So they're cleaning him up, and then Walt gets like a flashback of them figuring out what's in the human body, and they end the episode with that too. But that's our first little hint of him like having another job outside being like that teacher, and like the car wash guy. Like he almost had a career in this. We get our little hint of that. Him with Gretchen.
Yeah, little hint of them too.
Yeah, I always kind of forget that they were like a thing.
Yeah.
And that one guy just.
They seem like a big thing then. Like
I would actually rather him be with her than Skylar. I think.
Yeah.
That's not even a question.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest Skylar fan in the world.
Me either.
Although
there is something in I think episode 4 that I'm already like, oh fuck you, Walt.
Really?
Yeah, I thought about that when we watched because you asked me last week. You're like, how do you feel on Walt? And I was like, yeah, I like him until a certain point. And then I watched that episode and I was like, no, fuck him.
Wow.
Which we got a comment. Did you read the comment about him? Like the guy was on our conversation about him talking about Walt and all that. I thought that was a cool comment. Maybe I'll pop it up here. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I remember when I read it, I liked it.
If you remembered, because it was pretty long. If you remembered the whole thing, that would worry me.
But would it impress you at all?
No, just worry me.
Wouldn't impress you in any way.
No.
What would impress you that I did? Like a backflip? If I did a backflip off this table, landed in my chair, and then said, let's do the podcast, would that impress you?
Yes.
Next week. Next episode.
Don't promise it. You can't.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has that, and then Skylar's painting the baby's room with Murray and asks about pot because, she scolded Jesse last episode and all that, and Walt told her about the pot.
Yeah, what do you think about Marie?
I'm on and off with her. Sometimes I like this early season, all she does is steal and stuff. I'm like kind of over her. I don't really care as much.
Well, because it doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, they kind of say she's done, but then I'm pretty sure she does it again later on.
Yeah, I think so too. And she just steals those.
But yeah, I she's on and off for me. I like her more than Skylar.
She cares about Skylar and Walt Jr. and she wants to do best for him, but she's just she's like pushy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she's painting the room, and that she previously the first episode,
Yeah.
Ask Walt to do. He's like, I'll do it. I'll paint the room.
He's a few things.
He's already slacking in the marriage department. And it just gets worse and worse on and on here. Walt flushes Crazy 8's poop, which is fucking disgusting.
Not as disgusting as what he flushed in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I guess. But he does that, and then Crazy 8 tells him about Walt like, he says his name. He's like, what do you do, Walter? He's like, well, how do you know my name?
Why would Jesse do that?
Well, I'm assuming, because I think he thinks, like, Jesse was bored one night, smoking meth, walked downstairs, like, yo, Crazy 8, you want to know about my partner? But I'm pretty sure this was, and maybe this is just obvious, but I thought it was the car right there and they were going to kill him. He's like, no, he's not like a bad guy. He's a teacher, and like he's at a family, like he's not going to harm anything, you know what I mean? Because he was scared, and then he goes, run, Mr. White, and all that. I'm assuming it was then he got the information, and Crazy 8 just didn't say that, like they were going to kill Jesse and all that before. Obviously, we didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's just when I assumed it happened, because it's not like Jesse just go down there and tell him information.
He does have a big mouth, though.
He does. So, like, then he still shouldn't have even said it then, but I'm assuming that's when it happened.
Right.
But Walt does not like that at all.
No.
He got pretty angry about that. Literally right after that, Walt and Jesse fight. Jesse's smoking meth upstairs. This is first fight of many.
When they try to kick each other, I fucking got the giggles.
I love when Jesse just, because it gets thrown in the toilet or whatever.
And he reaches in there.
He does that. But then he's sitting on the toilet. Walt pulls him off there and all that. Like, the whole fight is hilarious. And then he chases him down the stairs, starts coughing and falls.
Yeah.
Like, their whole fight is funny. Because, like, neither one of them can fight. And it's funny, too, because, like, Jesse should be able to kick his ass. Because he has cancer and he's, like, he's Walt.
Although, I mean, he's way smaller than Walt.
True.
You know, I liked how he's like, we flipped a coin, dude. That's sacred. It's like, yeah, that's right. Which the way he said it in the previous episode, it is sacred.
Yeah.
But then it kind of got the Walt too.
A little bit, yeah.
You know.
But so Marie is shopping, and that's a whole weird scene. She's swapping the shoes and all that. But then she calls Hank and asks him to deal with Walter Jr. because Walter Jr. is on pot. And then we get to meet Wendy.
How would you, before you go there, sorry. When she calls him on the phone, he's like, hey, sit down. He's like, yelling. That was pretty funny.
I see, that's the stuff I like about him. Those scenes like that, they're a lot of fun. That's why I feel bad for him, because he doesn't get to be like that when he's like, they're minerals.
Yeah. I mean, he did get shot.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy.
When that scene happens, like originally, I was like, oh my God, they're going to kill Hank? How can they kill Hank? What would the show be? Hank dead. Cause like the DEA, you know.
Yeah.
Well, but like, and then they kill him later on, but like that was like crazy. And then he kills the two dudes.
That's the difference. When they try, what are their names? I just totally spaced it.
Thing 1 and Thing 2? No, I have no clue. I know the twins. I could look it up. There's the internet right in front of me, but the Salamanca twins, I guess. I don't know their real names.
So, when they shoot him, I feel bad for Hank. When Walt's doing stuff to him, Walt's trying to survive.
Yeah. I guess like when they're fighting, I am on. I don't know. See, it's hard for me.
I'm losing.
I was gonna say I'm on Walt's side, but I also like him. Like, why can't they just do a meth kingpin stuff together? You know how far they'd go along if they just work together?
Yeah, the Hank would never do that.
Maybe if Walt, like, say, you know what? I know you don't like what I'm doing. It's illegal, blah, blah. What if I, like, pay for your Schrader Brew business?
Yeah.
Then maybe Hank would get on board.
Hank was the first one with the liquor business.
Yeah. They took over.
They're just
They killed him, so then they just took over the business. But we meet Wendy. Sorry, getting a little excited here. And should I give a little backstory to this joke?
I mean, you can try.
Okay, so I have this joke. It's real stupid. But we go out, if it's windy outside, windy, W-I, in case you know.
Yeah, we get it.
And I'm saying, what if it's outside and it's really windy, and there's a girl walking by, and you go, oh, it's windy out here, or it's windy in here, whatever. Wherever you're at, you say it's windy. And then the girl, Wendy, turns to you and goes, huh?
Not funny in the least.
Because I always find it funny if like someone says like a situation like that and they say a name and it sounds like someone's name and all that. I know that joke's not funny, but it cracks me up just because I know how unfunny it is and you guys hate it.
Mm-hmm. And you do it with multiple names.
Everything. Yeah, like we'll go and buy a place and they have diesel gas. I'm like, hey, you think Vin goes there?
Yeah.
But then, we're watching Breaking Bad and Hank goes,
What'd you charge for a Wendy?
That's why you like Hank.
What's funny about that, too, is the first time I heard that, I was like, oh, that's close to my joke. But then I didn't get the Windy Wendy, and I was like, oh, Windy as in, like, blowing. So I didn't even get his joke the first time.
He's so mean to her.
Yeah. He's like, hey, show me your teeth. Yeah, meth.
And then he's like, what did he ask her about pot? And he's like, why, do you have some? And he's like, get out of here.
Yeah.
How much you charge for a Windy, Wendy?
I can't wait till we get to Tuco.
Jesus.
When I get to tie, yeah, on here.
Yeah, me either.
Like, we're probably the only people that, like, that's like a known, like, quote. But do you think we're the only people that laugh at it for the different reason?
Yeah.
We're watching this with my grandmother, his mom, and it's this part where Tuco gets his meth from them. I think it's the blue one the first time, right?
Should have saved this for when we do it next time.
We'll tell it again. We'll be there next
Jesus.
week. But is it the blue meth he tries when he does that, or is it their other one?
I think it's just a regular. I don't know.
I know it's this season. I'm pretty sure. So it'll be tomorrow or you do it, whatever. But he snorts the meth, whatever he does, and he goes, oh, tight, yeah. And we're watching it, and my grandma turns to me and goes, what did he say? So I repeated that, and then she started cracking up because she realized how stupid that was. Like, she didn't hear it. So then now we all quote that forever. It's like when I rewatched Breaking Bad like a year ago or whatever, got to that part, I videoed it to send it to her, and she goes, I'm saving that video.
See, sometimes I don't think the two of you should, like, hang out.
Why?
That's
It's
why.
kind of like, I'm Jake, and she's Charlie Sheen's mom. And I go on like, squab.
I don't suppose you'd eat squab.
No,
Do you even know what it is?
no, but it sounds pretty creepy. Squab.
Well, what would you eat?
Pretty much anything, except sushi and squab. Squab, squab. Squab, 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 squab.
Stop it.
You're going to say, that's what I'm like Jake, and she's State
Farm?
Farm. I didn't know where you're going with that. You're a plumber?
I guess technically I am from her because it came from your nutsack.
All right.
Can you do me a favor?
No.
Will you push that green thing in a little bit? It's bugging the shit out of me.
This thing?
Yeah, that green thing, push it in a little bit. It's popping out. That's better than nothing, I guess.
I didn't do a fucking thing.
How much you charge for a Windy, Wendy?
All right, that's
All right, so we'll move on again. If you have any audio you want to throw in there too, you can go ahead. Like, we have a special one. This is a shout out to you, boy.
Oysters, clams, and cockles!
So I met Wendy, and while pooping, there's a lot of poop in this episode. Did you like this one a lot? If anyone doesn't know, Nick's like the poop king of Chicago.
While pooping.
Yeah, you don't remember a pooping scene? Walt's sitting on the toilet, and he makes a list of reasons to kill and not kill Crazy 8.
The pro con list.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I guess I didn't
But
realize.
he flushed poop, now he's pooping, a lot of poop. But he's making that list. That's
Taking
such
it
a
to
Walt thing to do.
Yeah,
Like, reasons to kill and not kill this drug dealer that I kidnapped.
Well, I liked how he had, like, so many reasons not to. And then the only reason to do it was because he'll kill his whole family. I was like, oh, that outweighs everything.
Yeah. I really wanted to have a scene when he's putting the plate, like when he thinks to put the plate back together and all that. Hear Jesse in his background be like, now I would search for a weapon and all that. Like, cause to me that's what he was thinking of like Jesse saying that shit before, and he's like, if I was him, I'd stay unconscious, blah blah. Like,
yeah, for sure.
That, but
For sure. Also, though, when he throws that beer can away, the plate was together and there was a piece missing.
oh, is that how he saw it?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Wow,
Yeah.
you got a keen eye.
Well, they showed it.
You don't gotta be a dick about it. I need that sound. I'll get that next time. Because you're kind of a dick a lot.
Oh my god.
So, Skylar catches Walt in a lie about the car wash. This is the first lie she catches him in, of many coming soon.
To a
But-
theater near you.
Yeah, but she catches him. He's like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm at the car wash. Baghdad had me working late. I've been cleaning cars all day. My hands are so sore."
Yeah,
And he just kept going on and on. And then she's like, "Oh, really? You're at the car wash, huh? I called Bogdan because I was worried about you. You're my husband, and he said you quit, and you said fuck his eyebrows."
Yeah. So then I'll just stay there tonight.
Yeah.
funny
So then
how-
he decides to party with Crazy 8, basically.
So, like, she's like, don't
You
forget it.
about me.
So you quit, I'm worried about you. What the hell? All right, just stay there. That's so weird.
But yeah, I don't want to sound typical, but I say it sounds like a woman thing to say.
Now you sound like Hayes.
Yeah. But no, to me, it's more of a bitchy person thing to say. Honestly,
yeah, it's
like someone who's like deep in their core, kind of a bitch, like Skylar.
Yeah, because she doesn't really want him to. Like she's not hurting anybody but himself. I mean, he got a whole night with Crazy 8.
Yeah, he already scared Jesse away.
Yeah.
We have a story to tell next episode too. Hope you remember what it is.
Oh my
God. So Walt makes Crazy 8 a sandwich, cuts the crust off, and passes out in front of him.
Yeah. I know we've talked about this in previous podcasts, but this is the beginning of him cutting all the crust off.
Yeah, which is weird,
right?
Yeah, it's very odd though, because he's like, oh, it's what this kingpin does. I guess if I'm gonna be a kingpin, I'll just cut my you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's weird.
I don't take it that way, but
I just take it as him copying it. I mean, they say I don't know if I think it's the opening of next episode. They say it looks like Albuquerque's got a new kingpin.
Yeah, and he's sitting there brushing his teeth in his tighty whities.
Yeah, but to me, it's like him copying, like, oh, monkey see, monkey do. If I'm gonna be the top guy, I gotta be like Crazy 8.
Crazy 8's not the top guy.
He is in Walt's mind at the moment.
I guess.
Really, it's like Tuco and all kinds of other shit. But yeah, so he does that. He passes out. So then he wakes up and he's like, oh, make another sandwich. Brings beers and goes down.
Would you make him another sandwich? Because if I pass out,
I wouldn't have made him the first one. I honestly think
that's true.
if I was in this situation, one, I'd be deathly afraid of him. But if we flipped a coin, me and you.
You're deathly afraid of the guy locked up in the basement?
I'm afraid of people.
Oh.
But I think if we flipped a coin, I think I would just, because like Jesse has that gun we see later on when they're afraid of.
Jesse's got a gun.
When they're afraid of Tuco and shit, I would just shoot him. I think that's the easiest. Like, say me and you flipped a coin, bing. You had to kill Crazy 8. How would you do it, and how long would it take you to do it?
Actually, I think Crazy 8 had the best idea, which Walt takes too, is poison him.
I wrote that down in my notes. I think I have it right here. Yes, he makes him another sandwich, gets beers, and I put, why didn't he put rice in the fucking sandwich?
He's not a killer
He thinks
yet.
about this with Tuco.
He's not a killer yet.
I guess. He should be smart, though. I guess that's why they put that line in there.
He also doesn't. I mean, he doesn't know he's gonna kill him until he realizes he is gonna kill him.
Yeah,
lets him
Walt
go.
should know better. I guess he's just naive at this point a little
He's
bit.
learning.
Yeah. But that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, oh, but it's just because I know later on he does rice
How much
into
did
boys
you
and shit.
enjoy their conversation?
Not as much, just because I knew it already as much. But
it
it is a good conversation.
Yeah.
But since I've already heard it a million times at this point, it didn't mean as much to me this time.
I don't know. I think it's the next episode. When he's getting the money out of the
Oh, and
van.
he sees the
It like
that
zooms
thing.
in. This
Yeah.
is Tampico. Yeah.
which I've never noticed that before him doing that.
I hadn't either.
I was like, oh, it's funny, and then I started singing the
And
little
that's
jingle.
But that's the new crib. I don't think they bought a new. I mean, they don't have.
Oh, you don't think it's this? I guess why would they have the same one?
They're like motherfuckers.
They've kept
like
it for like 17 years.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be. I just assumed it was Walter Jr.'s. I'm stupid.
I mean, he's pretty tall to be laying in a crib. But how would he get in
Make
it?
a bad joke, but
How would he get in it?
Walt kind of maybe lays him in there.
Wow.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, he doesn't put anything in the sandwich. And then Walt goes to get the key because Crazy kind of talks him to, like, let him loose. And he's going to go do it. And then apparently they show the plate completely built. I didn't see that. And then Walt builds it, which I found a little impressive that he built it upside down, because I would have built it the other way and it would have been all wobbly and shit. Like when he puts it down the other way, I go, oh, I would have not done it that way.
Why would it be wobbly?
Because it's like a plate, but it's broken, so they would all fall like back, you know?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I guess it depends on the weight of the plate.
I think it would have, because it was like a bowl when he put it down this way. That's why I thought of it the other way.
Oh. I think you're thinking about it too much.
Maybe that's why I didn't notice that.
It took him a little while with the
I figured that they actually like, okay, just Bryan Cranston put it together. We're not gonna like tell you anything like to make it more dramatic and let him actually figure it out.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked that he didn't do it right away. He had to like puzzle it together.
Yeah.
And I think he was also like trying to make it work so he didn't have to kill.
Yeah.
Crazy. He's
That's
like,
true.
oh, maybe I lost a piece, or like maybe it's in the wrong area.
Maybe the dog ate it. Fell on the floor.
Jesse's got a dog. Jesse comes home after Walt kills Crazy 8, and the RV's cleaned out, and the body's gone, and everything's
So what did he do
everything's
with
Gucci there.
What did he do with Crazy 8's body?
Ate it.
It's fucking disgusting.
You know what I wondered, though? Last episode, I forgot to bring this up. When Jesse's pulling out Emilio, there is a blue barrel inside the RV that I don't know if it was filled with anything, but if it's not, it looks like the same exact barrels they use later on when they do the bodies. And I was wondering, why didn't they just use that? I mean, maybe Walt did for Crazy 8, but there's a blue barrel in the RV.
No, you should have brought it up last time. I don't remember it.
I forgot about it.
Hmm.
It's like right by the door. Hank and Gomez are at Walt and Jesse's cook site. They find Emilio's car and Walt and Jesse's meth. I like that scene when he's like tapping on the thing and he's making fun of him. He goes, "You are like Rain Man, retarded." And then he goes, boom, and gets it. The meth.
I
out
did
and
like
all
that too. It shows that Hank does know what he's doing.
Yeah,
Because
that's one thing I like about him too. He's pretty cocky and annoying,
yeah.
but he can back it up, which I like.
Until he goes to Mexico.
Then he gets a little scared.
Yeah,
But I'd be a little scared of them too. They're fucking putting heads on turtles and shit.
I suppose.
Did you know that? What's his name?
Who?
The guy whose head's on the turtle, Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Because he was like a gangster dude before. I don't know exactly what it was, but he was a bad guy. He's in jail and all that.
Mm-hmm.
If he plays a character like that in movies or TV show, he has a rule that he'll only play the character as long as they kill him. So anytime he plays someone like that, he has to die to be like, see, bad guys aren't good.
Oh, really?
I don't know if he still does that now, but I know for a long time that's what he had going on.
Oh, he's in a ton of shit. So.
Yeah, he's almost in everything.
Yeah.
Walt arrives at home to talk to Skylar and says, "I have something I need to tell you."
That's it, right?
And that's the end of the episode.
It's a very good episode.
Yeah, this whole season's great. I mean, I don't think,
If you remember,
I honestly don't think there's a bad episode of Breaking Bad that I can think of.
Fly episode.
See, I still enjoy that one. I'm not fucking crazy about it like everyone else is, but I don't think it's bad.
I'm sure once I get to it, I think the last time I watched it, I was like, yeah, I like that episode. What's wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah, which one was the one that me and you both fell asleep in the first time we were watching it? It's the one where he runs over those two people, right? Because he's like, "Jesse, run!" And we woke
Yeah.
up at the same time.
Yeah.
Watching it separately, though, not together. We both fell asleep. But I think, but
you fell asleep like a rewatch.
Because we were binging. Oh, yeah, it's true.
I was watching someone's house, had to stay up late to
Yeah,
watch it.
you
and just
were
fell
you were
asleep.
binging it. You were like 2 seasons in from watching a couple
Yeah.
days and fell asleep.
And
Which
I was
that's
like,
like a
fuck, I'm going to have to rewatch
Intense
that.
part to fall asleep to. So you ready for episode 4?
Yeah, I do want to say something. So this is the in on Crazy 8. We
never see him again until
we see
Better Call Saul, right?
we see a picture of him in the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But they say
That's when
something.
we get the reveal of him being an informant.
Yeah. It some of the stuff that we speculated on Saul, like remember he says his uncle came up with that jingle. We thought maybe Saul came up with the jingle because
I was hoping for like Saul to do that commercial,
Yeah.
but he says that his uncle's been singing it forever and all that, so it really wouldn't fit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But
too.
Saul could have still filmed the commercial, but not at this point he wouldn't do that because he's lawyer again and he's Saul Goodman and all that, like lawyer.
Yeah.
But I was really hoping last season when they introduced him they were gonna do that because that would have been great.
Yeah, me too. But as you listen to him talk, you're like, oh, that can't be. Which is
Yeah.
the thing. That's what I like.
They probably wanted to really bad too
Yeah.
because it just totally fit. It would have fit perfect last season doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another thing like in Saul, I really hope we get to the point in Saul. I think they said 5 isn't the last season, so there'll be probably 6 seasons of Saul, I think.
Oh, really?
If I'm right on that. I'm pretty sure I am.
Now you're just talking out of your ass.
But what I'm saying is I hope they can get to where we're seeing Crazy 8 talk to Hank on Saul as an informant if they get deep into those characters and stuff.
Or at least Gomez.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you see, you know how you said
Don't point at me.
you know how you said you wanted Nacho to be in the movie?
Uh-huh.
Did you see his tweet?
Just, it was
It
eyes.
was a black heart to the trailer on Twitter.
I did see that.
And everyone's like, "Does this mean you're in the movie? What does this mean?" And I was
I-
like, "I don't know. It means like he loves it, but it's like a dead heart."
Yeah, I don't know what it means.
And it's like days later too. I hope he's in the movie. I'll cream my panties if he's in the movie.
Why are you wearing panties?
But every underwear is. Comment down below if you don't believe every underwear is panties. Breaking Bad season 1 episode 4 Cancer Man.
Why is it titled that?
Because he's got cancer, man.
I knew you were going to say that.
Hank is leading an Operation Icebreaker, or as Gomez calls it, Operation Breath Minute. And they talk about, we just said Crazy being an informant and all that, Emilio, and he says, "Think Albuquerque might just have their new kingpin." And Walt's just brushing his teeth and shit.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking funny.
I do want to mention, for my notes, there's a couple scenes that I cut out. Like, it says, like, we met Jesse's family, and then there's, like, a tiny thing with Skylar and something else in between there. Wasn't going to write that down.
Good.
So there's a couple things that I left out of here on purpose. That if I don't talk about it, I didn't think it was necessary.
Was it the end of the third episode or in the second episode when the little Indian girl puts the mask on?
It's end of the second one. No. I don't know. I didn't write it down here, so it must be the end of the second.
Did that gross you out? Because it grossed me out. Would you put on?
I wouldn't put that on.
That
No.
you found in the desert?
No.
Okay. Just
Not at
checking.
all. But I also don't. When I don't like going to the beach because you get sand stuck to your feet.
Oh.
So I'm.
Can you put on your little soundboard Cartman going, yeah, sand in your vagina?
That's the only one I got. I love this soundboard.
It's so far.
I can't wait till I get more noises for
on a
it.
scale from 1 to 100, I give it about a -6.
Okay, what if I do this one?
Yeah, that's how you should have opened it up, you dipstick.
You know what I was gonna put on here, and you should be fucking glad I didn't, because I didn't have time.
What?
Your Swamp Thing song.
Oh my god.
He this song he absolutely hates. They played it at his work all the time, and then it showed up in Swamp Thing.
I didn't hate it until it was on Swamp Thing.
You never finished it. They played it at the end too, and I was like, oh
Well,
my god, I only recognize this because you fucking bring it up all the time.
Well, which means I'm not finishing it.
I don't recommend finishing it anyways. At the barbecue, Walt tells a story of how him and Skylar met, and then she breaks down crying, and they go, what's wrong, Skylar? And she goes, why don't you ask him?
Which makes
Which totally makes it sound like, what the fuck you do, Walter?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, got cancer? What's
What
she
a-
crying about? I should be the one crying.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Um,
I like too how they asked, like, why don't you tell your family, man? Like, we literally both said last week, we're like, I probably won't tell anybody.
yeah. I like that. I like the story of how they met and stuff. Even though I hate Skylar, so I'm like, why would you fucking whatever?
It is weird because like it doesn't sound like either one of them almost. It's like if they're like young, they're different.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see spinoff.
But so I did enjoy the thing, and then she starts crying. I get it. She's
But
thinking about.
she is. Give her credit. She is a good actress there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, but then it's a fucked up thing to do. So that's how you tell.
Yeah, that's a little annoying on her part, being like, oh well, now you didn't want to tell your family. I'll fucking make you watch this. And she hit a switch in the back of her head and started crying.
Including Walt Jr.,
Yeah.
who's kind of lost his mind a little bit too.
Yeah, here we get a little bit of this later on.
Why don't you just fucking die already?
She turns him into such a little emo bitch.
Yeah, he like worshipped Walt. So
Yeah, and then now because Walt's gonna die and Walt's like being happy. Like he wants Walt to be mopey,
yeah,
which is weird.
yeah, kind of.
Because I don't think I would be mopey if I was gonna.
Yeah, you'd be mopey.
I mean, I wouldn't be any more mopey than
Oh,
I
I
am now.
thought you said dopey.
I'm gonna fucking.
How much you charge for a Wendy, Wendy?
And that's
I don't
proving
have, I
me
don't-
wrong.
I don't have like a fuck you button, so I got a Wendy you.
I got a feeling you're gonna get a fuck you button.
How much you charge for a Wendy, Wendy?
You've done it like 8 times. It wasn't even funny the first time.
All right, we'll move on with Breaking Bad.
You sure?
Yeah. Where were we? Oh yeah, so he tells them about his cancer and all that, and then we finally meet Combo,
Yeah.
or as I wanted to call him last week, Bugles. Combo and Skinny Pete are there, and they're talking to Jesse and like about the ceiling and all that, and then Skinny Pete's like, "Yo, my dad can fix it. He's like a contractor or something."
Yeah, how do you not know what your dad does?
Or yeah, or he's a contractor or something. He's like, he's a contractor, or he's a car salesman.
Well, I don't think
But so
that's what he meant.
they're
but-
doing that, and then they're like, "Yo, Jesse, you got any of that crystal left?" And then he's like, trying to cut it out for health reasons. So I'm getting kind of paranoid. And they're like,
Kinda.
"Yo, we don't need the fucking like waterworks, yo." And like they're gonna leave the house, and he's like, "I'm kidding." And then they just like, I didn't get why he wasn't just like, "You guys can smoke my meth. I'm trying to quit." Instead, he just smokes it with them. It's almost like he's addicted.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, it's because he did that gateway drug. But then bikers, out of nowhere the next morning, attack Jesse's house, and he panics, runs out grabs his meth first, because that's important, or maybe his money. Grabs something out of the speaker.
He did grab something out of the speaker.
I don't remember what I think it was drugs. And then he gets out, he crawls into the RV, hops the fence, and
Hits
runs.
his head on the RV.
Runs to mommy and daddy's house. Boy, can I relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta. So one day I was walking home from school,
No, you
A
weren't.
day that I went. Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
was. And I'm walking towards the house. We were watching my sister's dog, a little fucking tiny rat-looking dog. And I open our front door, and the fucker runs through the front door, and is trying to get away.
He ran through the door?
Yeah, he was
like
he was
Super
like
Dog.
Flash, and he's in the middle of the yard, and I grab him, and I was like, "You little fucking dick!" And then there was a biker down the street at like this cul-de-sac, and I was like,
Oh, the cul-de-sac. Where's there a cul-de-sac?
it was like a dead end. I don't know. I'm speaking dog.
You're speaking dog?
And this the guy's down there. The biker's down there.
The biker.
Yeah, biker.
Did he have one of those ding ding?
He literally looked like the guy throwing and catching the fucking grenade in this thing.
Like, that makes sense.
Yeah. But so the biker's down the street, and he goes, "Hey, you!" Which, if it was Wayne, he would say, "Hey, Jerome," wouldn't you think? But the guy said, "Hey, you."
I don't know.
I guess he didn't remember my name. But he goes, "Hey, you!" And I go, "Who, me?" And he goes, "Yeah, you!" Which made me feel like I was in like an infomercial. But I run back to the house, throw the dog down, close the door, lock all the doors, and then I really had to pee. So I go to the bathroom, I'm peeing. When I'm done peeing, I look at the door, and he's just poof, 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 pounding on the door. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I call Brian, because he just like, from the bus home, he goes this way to his house. I went this way straight. So I know he's nearby. And I call him, I'm like, "There's bikers banging on my door." And he goes, "What?" And I go, "There's a guy, he's banging on my door. He's a biker." He yelled at me. I told him the whole story I just said. And he goes, "Cul-de-sac." And I go, it's like a dead end. But, so
There's no cul-de-sac.
I tell him, and he goes, "So just open the door." And I go, "Fuck you." And I hung up, and I called you at work, my little daddy. I was like 12 years old at the time or something. I was
You were
young.
12?
I don't know. I was young. I was a little boy.
I hope you were younger than 12.
I was in middle school, I think. Middle
Jesus.
school or freshman in high school.
You're scared of bikers?
Yeah, deathly. He still freaked me out to this day a little bit. But he's pounding on the door, and I call my father like to help me out. And you go, "Open the door." And I go, "What is with you guys?" I hang up. I call Mauser. He's my last resort. And he goes, "Open the door." And I go, "What is with everybody?" And I just don't do anything. Because, you know. And then the guy calls his girlfriend. She pulls up on a truck in the driveway. They start peeking through our like windows and shit, trying to see me in the house. And after like 20, 30 minutes or so, they leave. And then like 5 minutes later, Taylor comes through the door. And I was like, "Oh my God." Or Taylor and Macy. I think it was Taylor. One of my sisters comes to the door and like, "Did you see bikers out there?" And they didn't believe me. And then you guys come home from work and you guys didn't believe me. And no one ever believes me about this story. But it happened. And it was just unfortunate that I was the only one home in that situation.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe he was coming to say,
What'd you charge for a windy, Wendy?
and I just,
You'd have been like, $1.
$5.
So are you saying that was really Mormons? Is that is your...
No, it couldn't have been. I wasn't like on meth or something. Mormons, unless Mormons dress like bikers now. Was it Mormons or was it those other people?
Oh, I don't know.
What are they called? Someone with J's? Not Jews.
What?
What are they called? Something preachers? No.
You just totally fucked me up.
What's it called? They knock on doors and they're religious. I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah, Jehovah Witness.
Jehovah Witnesses. Yeah.
I don't know what they were. I didn't ask them.
I don't know either. They look like Jehovah Witnesses.
You know what I
to me.
said when he took that little sticker on his door?
Jesus. I figured you would. But yeah, it turns out it was just that for him. But for Jesse, it was Jehovah Witnesses or Mormons or Christians or someone that's telling him about Jesus.
Is it
For me, it was a biker or possibly my mom's friend Wayne.
so when they're coming towards the house?
For me or Jesse?
Not you. No one believes your story. Okay.
Okay.
So they're coming towards the house. The one guy's got a machete.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy has a fucking hand grenade.
And I totally relate to Jesse with this. The guy didn't have a machete or a hand grenade. He was just there's the fists.
But my point is, those are like the opposite almost. It's like the weirdest weapons to just.
Well, because one was gonna blow the door open and the other one's gonna chop him down. Now, isn't it weird? You walk up with a hand grenade and then you just pound on the door. Wouldn't you just like throw that shit through the window or something?
Yeah.
Except they had a sticker for so was the guy like throwing the pamphlet up and down?
He's.
And the other guy swinging it like a machete?
I mean, neither one of them were fucking on a motorcycle either. So.
Well, they were on bicycles. That's close enough.
No, it's not.
Kind of close if you think about it. They both have two wheels and handles.
Remember the first time you saw that, you were like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, someone's gonna, and you're like, it's the funniest thing. And then now I see it, and I think about because the first time I watched this, I had been too old, which is kind of scary. First time I watched this whole show, I didn't have that experience. So I saw that through different eyes. Like, oh my God, Jesse's paranoid and blah, blah, blah. Second time I watched, I'm like, oh my God, I know how he feels.
I just thought he was crazy.
The whole time?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't remember. I'm sure the very first time I watched it, I was like, oh, fuck, what the hell's going on? But then you realize what it is. So.
Yeah. You also think, why would bikers be against this kid?
Oh, maybe they're Nazis.
It's true. Murray helps Skylar get in touch with doctors for Walt, and he figures out it's going to cost $5,000 for his deposit and all that. And he's kind of arguing against it, and I think that's when Walter Jr. goes.
Why don't you just fucking die already?
Could be later on.
I think that was it.
And then he's like, okay, I'll do the deposit, because she wants to borrow from Marie or somewhere else, and blah,
Hank,
blah,
yeah.
Hank, yeah. And he's like, no, that can't happen. But so he goes and gets his money from Crazy 8. He paid him when they're out in the desert.
Yeah.
The air kicks on, blows it all up, and then Walter Jr.'s standing there, and he's like, oh, hi, how you doing? He had so much money in there, because doesn't he has money in the diaper boxes later on and shit, or like a gun in there too, I think.
Remember, they had problems with hiding the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the air kicks on, and then Walt's taking the money to Mesa Credit Union, and he thinks he's about to get pulled over because he's paranoid as shit. The cop flies right past him, but then he pulls up into the credit union place.
I mean, being paranoid, like even Jesse, obviously, he's doing meth. And, and he fucking got rid of a body.
Mm-hmm.
Walter actually killed somebody. Actually, he killed 2 people.
That's what I thought, too. They kept, like, Crazy 8 was like, you don't have it in you, Walter. I'd be like, I fucking killed your cousin, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, it may be just powder. I just
mopped him
up. So I'll kill you, too. Crazy 8? Who's crazy now? Me, Walter. And just fucking goes off on him.
Wow.
But yeah, so he's pulling in there. He sees Ken wins.
Yep.
That's so funny how they brought him back on Saul, too. And just like, he comes back just to get fucked with.
So he was on Saul twice, right?
Oh, maybe. I thought it was just once.
Once for maybe it's just once. Maybe I
want me to
that.
double check your math?
No, that's fine.
I look up
it's not
Ken wins Saul.
Sometimes it's hard for me to remember that this is after Saul, because like I'm like, oh, he blows up his fucking car, and then later on Saul messes, and I'm like, oh no, that was before this.
He's in season. Yeah, I believe he's just in one episode of each, according to this.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this is right. It's breakingbad.fandom.com/wiki/Ken.
Jesus.
So, who knows? But it's just in one of each.
Yeah, he got fucked with them both episodes.
Yeah, he annoys the shit out of Walt and probably everybody else in that bank.
Yeah.
Talking about girls and all this stuff. But then
the guy with the Bluetooth, no one liked that guy.
Yeah. Walt pays his deposit, and then we meet Jesse's family. How do you like Jesse's family?
They're pretty naive.
Yeah. Do you think like his brother or his mom? I don't think his dad ever shows up again. No, he does at the meeting when they sell the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like the last season, I think it's just his mom, and we never see his brother again. Do you think they possibly can show up in the movie?
I thought about that one. It was like
it'd be cool to see his brother now.
You'd think his brother would like, hey, my brother's in the news, because
yeah,
But it kind of just depends.
It would be even just to see like a reaction of them at home seeing Jesse on the news with that, and he'd be like, "Oh God, he was smoking pot at our house, and now he's fucking a meth kingpin."
The first time you saw that, did you have any idea that the joint was going to be the little kids?
No, I thought, oh, Jesse's like doing this. And I also think it's very like it's almost annoying how freaked out they get over the weed. Like he has one joint, and they're like, "Oh, we've had enough. You're out of here."
Oh, I don't think so, because they don't trust him. They've the way I take it is that they've done this like 20 times.
Yeah.
So this is.
But I think kicking him out over like if they found like meth or heroin or coke or anything like that, I'd get that. But just finding weed, I'd be like, oh, thank God he's only doing weed. You think he's not on coke or like meth anymore?
To them, it's just drugs. It's just whatever they do.
I guess because they are just like a typical like family.
Could have been Viagra.
That'd be interesting. He like has it all like in a joint.
Jesse,
pills.
Is this your little blue pill?
It's a whole different scene. He's like, sorry, Mom, I can't get it up anymore.
What were we watching? Jesse's mom was in it. Something recent.
Oh, yeah, she was. And we're like, oh, it's Jesse's mom. And I think she was a bitch in that, too.
She's not really a bitch.
I hate her.
I mean, I guess they're kind of.
But she checks in on him and she's like, "How's everything going?" And leaves the door open.
Well, she's worried about her little fucking kid.
Yeah.
I like how the brother's like, "I'm their favorite. You're all they talk about."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's weird," because they didn't mention them. They're having dinner.
It's funny too. You get totally like just see how they are. The opening scene with them, they're eating dinner, and he's like, "I can't believe they're making choose between the piccolo and the oboe and all this stuff." And like, are they giving you enough attention there? Like, it's good to have individual time. And like, oh my god.
Well, it's like when Jesse shows up and what time's dinner? That's rude. And then she's like,
really?
"Oh, it's about an hour."
That seemed because I always ask that.
Oh, you're rude then.
There you go. What time's dinner gonna be? Because you want to know. You don't know the time because you're fucking hungry.
Yeah, I got it. We'll fucking go make dinner then.
Well, if I'm making dinner, I know what time it is, so I don't need to ask that.
Well,
but
why
if
don't you make everybody dinner?
Someone else I've made dinner so many times, pal.
Don't call me.
I can't even count on my fingers.
I know, because you're like dyslexic. That's
Dig.
That has nothing to do with counting, but.
Where were we? Oh, yeah, so you meet Jesse's family.
You interrupted me. I was gonna say so then he sets the table and if you notice he like sets like he's like, "Oh, this goes here, this goes here."
Yeah.
So it's funny to see him brought up that way.
I did like later on too when he's going through his stuff and he has like those drawings of like Walt when he's like, it's weird to think about him going to school and seeing Walt every day, and then coming home and sleeping there with his parents. Like it's just weird to think about Jesse like in that way, like being a normal person, because like we don't seem like that at all.
Right. Do the cartoons remind you of his girlfriend?
Oh, it totally didn't. But yeah, I never even connected that.
Oh,
I feel stupid.
Yeah, you should.
The whole time you were talking, I felt a sneeze coming, and then it just snuck away.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. It's probably going to come back soon. So yeah, we meet Jesse's family. A whole bunch of stuff happens there with them and all that, but we kind of got the gist of it talking there. But right before the next morning, like he's looking through his shit, he gets a call from Combo, and Combo wants to buy everything he's got. So Jesse goes to Walt's house after that, and Walt's like, "What are you here for?" He's like, "To debrief." They get in a whole argument. That's where I was like, "Fuck you, Walter."
Why?
Because he'd be mean to Jesse. He's like, "Debrief? What are you doing here?" And he's just an asshole to me. Like
he was an asshole,
his true
but
colors.
they said they weren't gonna like Jesse.
It makes
left.
sense. So they killed two people. Make sure, like, hey, like, what's the plan here? Like, we're still cool.
The plan is shut the fuck up.
See, that's what I'm saying. You are so much a Walter.
Well, I mean, I agree that Walter was a dick.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, like he doesn't want Jesse coming around.
Well, but also, then Jesse's like, "Oh, and by the way, I also came here, my originally to debrief, but also give you $4,000, your cut." Gave it to him, which shows how
and then he
nice
threw it in the pool.
Well, he deserves it after being an asshole.
Yeah, probably.
But like he came there, he's like, because even then, Jesse could have kept it. It would have been $8,000 for himself, but he gave Walt his cut.
Yeah.
So and he was being nice, and Walt's like, "What are you doing here, you fucking weasel?"
Don't worry, in like 2 episodes, he's gonna fucking beg him to come
beg
back.
him because he has a fucking...
Or he'll blackmail him.
Yeah, he has cancer loans. So Jesse's parents' maid find a joint in the plant, and they blame Jesse for it. He gets kicked out. We find out it's his brother's, and his brother asks for it back. I thought that's funny. After all, he's like, "Yo, can I get that back?" And Jesse just crumbles it, says it's skunk weed.
Yeah, and then he gets in the cab. I thought the brother was like dick, but I guess I made that up.
Oh, really? I didn't... Yeah.
Yeah, like I was waiting for his brother.
He always... He was... I actually wanted his brother to come back more and then get into meth, and then him and Jesse hang out.
Jesus.
But that never happened. Walt and Skyler discuss him getting treatment and the cost. Oh, that's when Walter Jr. says, "Why don't you just fucking die then?" And then Walt, he's like, he's gonna go, I think he's just upset, and he's driving, and he pulls over to cough and sees Ken Wins again.
He did cough up. Well, I think it was supposed to be blood. It looked like ketchup.
Maybe he was eating fries on the way.
Yeah, that's true.
But he gets a little angry at Ken Wins, and it's one of the most iconic moments from Breaking Bad, I think. Blows up Ken Wins' car.
A little ballsy to blow up a car next to a gas
Yeah,
station.
like he's lucky not a single person saw that.
Yeah, he just didn't give a fuck.
And also, would that work? If you put a little water on the battery like that, would it cause fire? And then you want to go try it with Taylor's car?
As long as we don't try it with my car.
Taylor's car, you don't have to worry about it.
It's in the carport.
That's true. That could
Probably
cause a house fire.
Probably shouldn't blow up a car in the carport.
Yeah, you got a point there. But that's the end, broski.
That's all, folks?
Yeah.
You
45 minutes. We're talking
gonna-
about 2 episodes of Breaking Bad.
You gonna porky pig us out of here?
That's all. I gotta get that button.
Oh my
That's
God.
a good button to have.
You don't need fucking buttons.
Button. Who's got the button?
So, what are the next 3 episodes?
I don't know the names. Let me look it
Well,
up.
yeah, dickhead. You got a fucking computer in front of you.
Yeah, fucking computer for you. My name's Nick.
By the way,
What?
is that the stupidest Jesse you've ever seen?
Yeah, pop figures either get it like perfect or like 90% wrong.
Like, he looks like he's in a gang in South Central. Like, I don't understand.
Maybe he
whatever.
is. Maybe that's their alternate version of Jesse.
Maybe.
So the next 3 episodes is Gray Matter,
Oh, okay.
Crazy Handful of Nothing, which I think
that
that's
must
the
be
one with the.
Yeah.
And then the next one is a no rough stuff type deal, which I'm pretty sure ends with them getting kidnapped by Tuco. So that's what we'll get the ta-ta-ta-ya. So those are next pretty good episodes next. The Gray Matter one's okay. Still a fun episode for the most part. I don't really like Gretchen and Elliot that much. I still rather be with Gretchen and Skylar, but
Yeah, but it's vital for the
it is
story.
interesting. You get to see a little bit of his backstory and see what his life could have been.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for those. Well, we're done with season 3 next episode. By season 3, meant 1. I don't know why 3 came out of my mouth.
I was like, what are
Sometimes
you talking
if
about?
I'm just talking and I like don't think about it at all,
Mm-hmm.
different words come out of my mouth than I intend to.
It's weird.
Yeah. So since I didn't play this in the beginning, I'll Breaking Bad us out of here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe, comment down below any thoughts on Breaking Bad or theories on El Camino. If you have any sounds you want to send to the show for the soundboard, you could tweet us at Captain Cook Pod on Twitter.
Wow.
Or Nick and me on Twitter, whatever you want. And we'll see you guys next time for Breaking Bad Season 1 finale, the last 3 episodes.
Wendy, huh? How much you charge for a Wendy, Wendy?